Hey everybody, it's Carolyn from Crop Candy Scrapbooking. How are you today? Hope you're enjoying your Friday afternoon. I'm looking over at my door because I feel like one of my cats is about to break through. Um, he's playing with a toy. Yeah, yeah. So you might hear that in the background. Actually, hold on a second because I need to do something. I'll be right back. Talk about yourselves. Okay, Luke. Send this toy out there. There you go. All right, I'm back. He normally plays with or has interest in, but of course, because I'm going live, oh, let's play. Okay, so sorry about that interruption, but that is the magic and the beauty of live video production. Okay, so I am back. Welcome, welcome. If you are new to my channel, we are all about simple scrapbooking here. And what does simple scrapbooking mean? It means sort of like, I like to think of it as scrapbooking deconstructed, where, if you're new to scrapbooking or you are getting back into scrapbooking after a long period of absence, you don't feel like you're creative, I am here to bust all of those myths and make scrapbooking easy, accessible, quick, and fun and simple. So I try to keep everything very simple. If you are somebody that likes a little bit more pizzazz and fancy stuff on your layouts, I'm down with that too. I do that sometimes, but for the most part, I try to keep it pretty basic so that I can get pages done quickly and easily. And so if you're down with that, then you are in the right place. Today, I'm really excited because I am playing around with the concept of sketch layout kits. So I'm hoping that this video or this YouTube live today interests you and that you will try this out on your own and give me some feedback about it. If it's something that people like, I might turn it into a product. But for now, I'm going to offer this for free and I'll give you the details of how you can get it. But this is a sketch layout designed by me, and I'm going to change the camera view so that you can see it closer. Okay, so this is the sketch that we'll be playing with today. That, like I said, I designed this. The cool thing about this sketch kit is that you get the sketch, right? You get this journaling card, and you get these SVGs, these scalable vector graphics that you can use on any machine that's compatible with using SVGs. So Cricut, Silhouette, Brother Scan and Cut, and any other out there that does SVGs. You get this Live Life in Full Bloom SVG. You get this Daisy SVG, and you get this Flower SVG, and I actually shrunk these. This is the same flower. I just shrunk it down, and you get the leaves in addition to the sketch and this journaling card. So that's the kit. It's free to download. I think I have in the description where you can get it, but it's cropcandy.net/subscribe. And yes, if you do sign up at that link, you will be added to my email list, but I will promise you I only send out emails once a month or once every other month. To be honest, I don't have a lot of time to write a monthly email or weekly email. Some people email you like every day and every week. I don't really have time for that. I might bug you once a month, but it's going to be full of like updates like, oh, check out this blog post, this video, any tips, project ideas, that kind of thing. I'm not going to like blow up your mailbox. So if you if you're interested in that, just go to the sketch kit, go to cropcandy.net/subscribe. But for now, let's show you, let's actually build the layout. And I'm going to show you the materials that I'm using to build the layout. I just got some weird notes saying my stream was slow, so hopefully that's not impacting what you guys are seeing. If so, I'm sorry. And hopefully it clears up pretty quickly. Okay, so let's just look at the, let's go to the other camera and just look at the pieces that I'm going to use today. So like I said, this is the journaling card. This is a PDF, so you can just print it out on your color printer. I do give you a note. This is print at 100% actual size on your printer so that you can get it in the 4x6 layout. We're going to be using these mini pearls from Doodlebug Design. Many of the items that I'm using today are in my stash. As you know, I am a firm believer in being a stash buster. I've got a whole lot of crap in my scrap vault and I need to use it up. So I'm not against buying new things, but I like to use what I have first, and then if I can't find what I need, I actually go and buy it. These are the die cuts. This is in a Xyron film, so I use my Xyron sticker maker to actually put the adhesive on the die cuts. So you'll see me adhere these later, but these are pretty much the SVGs that are included. I've got some photo mats here. I'm using these is 4x6 and 2-3, or there's 2 3x3 photos, but I'm actually just matting one of the photos, but I've pre-cut in the interest of time. And then I'm using this pattern paper. Like I said, I'm kind of pre-cut and did some things in the interest of time so that you don't have to see me cutting and doing things like that. Some people might like that. I just figured you guys would be bored with that. But anyway, these pattern papers are from Vicki Boutin American Crafts. And because this is a spring theme layout, you know, I tried to stick with like what I would determine are spring colors. So like the purple, the green, the pinks, this teal color, the orange, the yellow, and then, you know, I like this paper because, you know, it's flowers, and so, you know, there's flowers on my layout. And then this is a border strip. I don't know if I'm going to use it or not, but I just trimmed it off just in case I decided to do something interesting with it. The other thing I'm going to be doing, oh, I've got my photos. Let me show you those real quick. I haven't cut them, but these are my photos. These are from some daisies from my garden a couple of years ago, and I really like, I think it's Gerbera or Gerber, I think that's how you pronounce it. I really like that kind of daisy, so I have that. And then I have some inks. I used to be a Close to My Heart consultant. Some of you may know that, so a lot of my materials are left over from Close to My Heart, but I really love their inks. And I'm going to be using these inks and these daubers here to spice up the die cuts a little bit, just ink the edges just to give them a little bit more dimension and interest. So you'll see me do that. Okay, and I think I have all my materials ready to go, so let's go ahead and build the layout. Let's take one more look at the sketch. This is what we're working with today. So I'm going to go ahead and start layering the pieces down. So the first thing I'm going to do is put this base. So my base is 12 by 12. I wanted a border around this particular layout, so, or I wanted to maintain a border. So I cut this at I think it's about 11.5 by 11.5 because it looks like it's like a 1/2 inch around. So yeah, this is 11.5 by 11.5. I'll go ahead and adhere that with my tape roller. This is a Tombow adhesive tape roller. I go through these pretty quickly. So I try to buy like the 6-packs or the jumbo packs if I see them available on sale. I know Michael's has them on sale a lot. So I try to get like the 6-pack for my adhesive. Okay, so that's that. Next piece is going to be, go back, this little loopy loop thing. That was my attempt at saying, hey, make a tear on your page. So that's what this piece is, and that's going to go down here. So let me go ahead and adhere that as well. Now you're probably noticing that I'm actually not using, like in my previous videos, I'm like, use the double-sided paper. Use it both sides. I'm not doing that in this video. I'm going off script. But I do believe in using double-sided papers, just in case you decide you want to. I did not use the other side because it was like that dark green, and I wasn't feeling it. So I just chose actually two different kinds of non-related double-sided paper, but from the same paper pack. So because they're from the same paper pack, I already know it's going to match, so I'm not worried about it. All right. Now let's lay down. I'm not that serious. I'm not like a hardcore, like super strict rule follower scrapbooker. I'm kind of just, sometimes I go willy-nilly, and that probably bugs some people, but you know, it is what it is. All right, so I'm gonna put down my mats and the journaling right now. So let's do that. But before I do that, this is where I'm gonna bring in my ink. So this is actually old Close to My Heart paper, and it goes with this particular ink, Sunset. And I'm going to ink the edges with the daubers. I can't remember. There we go. Almost wasn't able to open that. And this, these daubers I actually got from scrapbook.com, and I like this set because I thought it was cool that the daubers were clear. Yeah, that grabbed my attention. It's the little things for me. And I also like that there were a lot in a pack, or in this set. That way I can have each dauber be associated with a color. So then I don't have to worry about, like, you know, my pinks and my greens mixing together. So what I'm going to do is just lightly load up some ink on here. And then I'm just going to lightly go around the edge here. And what I like about the daubers is, you know, with your finger going in that little hole there, you get some control. You know, like with sponges, it's okay, but then your fingers get messy, and then they get over everything, and you know, you spread your ink around on things that you don't want your ink on. So this, if you could see that, it just gives like a nice little shadow effect. Yeah, just a little dimension so that the mats aren't plain and boring. Now, you don't have to do this on your own layouts, but you know, I find that it gives a nice effect. And the cool thing about Close to My Heart, even though I'm not a consultant anymore, I'm still going to give them some props. I like that their ink pads match their cardstock colors. They make it really easy for you to coordinate everything. And I've had these ink pads for, I want to say 10 years, and they still have juice on them. So that's a testament to their product. All right, so here are my two mats inked up, and now I'm going to place them. I'll just take them off screen for a second. And that one goes here. And then this one, I'm not going to lay it down yet because my photo goes, the other photo goes here. You see the, actually, oh, I had it wrong. It goes like that. So I'm not going to glue it down yet. I'm going to wait till I cut my, my other picture. Speaking of, let's go ahead and do the journaling card here. I'm actually going to cut this by hand with my scissors. I'll add my journaling later. But for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to leave it blank. Then I'm going to get my cutter, my little mini trimmer. This is also an oldie but goodie. This is actually from Creative memories. I swear I have something from every scrapbook company that ever existed. Got creative memories, close to my heart. I have Stampin' Up, American Crafts. I have everybody. I'm an equal opportunity scrapbooking user, product user. And I like this trimmer because it's small and compact. And I use it, you know, for cutting photos or little pieces like this. And I might ink the edges of that too, because it's white, and it just to make it stand out a little bit more. And I'm going to use that orange again because the orange is kind of like matches the orange of the ink pad, but I'm going to do it really lightly on the edge, like so. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I already got a little smudge. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'll clean it up later with whiteout. But there's that. My cat is still trying to break in here. Okay, so let's go ahead and lay that down. I'm doing it off camera so I don't get the ink onto the layout. I'll do that right there. Okay. So like I said, I'm going to clean up that little spot right there off camera later. Okay, now let's go ahead and get our photos cut. I'm going to use my, slide that off for a second. Use my small trimmer. This is supposed to be a 4x6 photo. My color printer, I don't think it made it necessarily 4x6. Not sure how it was cutting or printing. It's been acting a little funky lately. So it's a little bit smaller than 4x6, but it's supposed to be 4x6. And then I've got these other two here that are 3x3. And these photos were taken with my digital camera. I'm sorry, not my digital camera, my phone. Many years ago. Well, not many. Well, I don't know. What year is it? What day is it? I don't even. What is time? I don't even know what time it is. Like, time is meaningless now. I can't keep up with time. I think it was at least 2017. So the year says 2021. So that was like 4 years ago. But it feels like it was longer. I don't know. Anyway, these come from my digital, from my phone, not my digital camera, from my phone. So this is another good reason to get back into scrapbooking. Get those pictures off your phone and put them on a page so people can enjoy them. They don't get to enjoy them on a phone. All right, so here we are. And like I said, this picture is slightly smaller than when I wanted it to be. I wanted more like a 1/4 inch border. That's what we have here. So like a 1/4 inch, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm also going to not glue that down just yet because I want to do something else to it. So I've got these two pictures here. This is like a close-up. And then this one. So this, I think it goes under there like that. Yeah. So that's how that goes right there. And I might dip this one down a little bit just to make sure I have room for my title. So that's how we're looking so far. Sorry about the glare over here. That's from my light. So we have this. And then we have that. You could conceivably switch these two around. You could switch. I mean, that's the beauty of a sketch. You can make it however you want to make it. But that's what we're going to do right now with that. All right. Now I know I said I had a border strip going on, and I think I was going to put that there. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it because it has this hole here, and I thought I could cover up the hole, so it doesn't look like I can, so I'll probably not do that. However, I do have this ribbon, and I want to put the ribbon around the bottom of this photo and maybe like do a bow. No, I'm not going to do a bow because I'm going to put the die cuts there, but I'm going to put that around my photo like so. So what I'm going to do is I've got glue dots, and just tap it on the bottom of my photo like that. You can see where my thumb is where the glue dot is. I'm going to put the end of my ribbon there, just wrap it around, and then come back and trim. And I'm going to put another glue dot down just to seal that up. Is it there? Yes. And put that there. Just straighten it up like so. And then I'm going to use my adhesive to actually lay that photo onto the mat. And I'm not going to worry about gluing this piece because I'm going to put the die cuts on top of it. This is not straight. All right. Okay. Alrighty, so let's go for the die cuts here, and I'm going to be using laying it out like so. So over on this side, I've got, let's pull off the adhesive. The Xyron can be very, very sticky, but I like it because, especially for die cuts, because who wants to use a glue pen? I mean, it just takes forever to get everything laid down, and it's messy. So just gonna lay that down like so. This is permanent Xyron, so it's a little sticky, but that's what we want. And then I've got my flowers. Got a little flower here. And we've got a big flower here. And you know what I forgot to do? Forgot to ink the edges of my flower. So let's just do that right now. See if I can peel this guy off. I was supposed to ink the edges of my flower and my leaf here. And I forgot to do that, so we're going to do it now. Luckily, I was able to get that guy off. All right, let's do the leaf first. So again, I'm using my Close to My Heart ink. I'm going to get it looks like I've used this color before, so I can just go ahead and use a dauber that already exists with ink on it. And just going to put it over on top of the leaves because it's a little lighter, and this stuff is super sticky. Yeah, I probably would have done a better job had I remembered to ink everything first before I laid it down. Okay, I'm just going to peel the little flower off and we'll just stick you back on like so. Okay. And I'm going to use a different colored dauber. Let me put that aside. here. This one's never been used. I'm going to use this is called Smoothie. It's kind of a pink. I'm going to use that on the flower here. And put that right here. And then I've got a bigger flower. I'm being a little bit more generous with the color. And I'll put that there. Okay. And this is where my doodlebug pearls come in. And I think I'll use the that purple looks cool. What is the yellow? I think I was going to use the yellow for the daisies. I'm going to use the pink. There you have that. So let me just lift this up so you can see that's what we have so far. Okay. Oh, I noticed that like this is my tripod, so just ignore that. I got this tripod and it's supposed to help you with demo videos, and it like shows up in the video. It's like kind of defeating the purpose of what you're for. So anyway, I have to get a new one at some point because it drives me crazy. So pretend it's not there and pretend I never even brought it up. Okay. So now we are going to look at, I'm thinking I probably should try to lay down the big flower and then the title. So let's go ahead and over here. So this particular SVG has 2 layers to it. You have a foreground and a background. And you can, the beauty of this is that you can make them any color you want, right? So I chose sort of like a light cream, and then for the top of the flower, it's a white. I'll move this up. This stuff is super sticky, so you can layer them on top like so. Hopefully I did it right. Oh my gosh. So here you have it. I'm not giving you the finger, but that gives you that layered look for the SVG. So you can use both or one, right? One or both of those flowers. And it's kind of right there. Look at, yeah. And you don't have to be exact when you're following the sketch. I mean, that's the beauty of the sketch. You make it your own. You can eliminate pieces, you can add pieces, do whatever you want. Okay, and that's the center. And probably should have inked that too, but I don't have that color out at the moment. So we're not going to ink that. All right. But you can. And actually, I would suggest you do, just to make it more interesting. For my purposes, though, I'm going to use my pearls here. I don't know if I have enough, but oh, this one doesn't have any glue, so I'll just use a glue dot. Just, put that on here, like so. If I had more glue dots, I'd probably go around, and I might do that later. I might use like pearls. I have like really tiny pearls, and I'll probably go around that big circle with the tiny pearls just to make it look more interesting. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So look, I'll have a photo of the final project, or final product once it's done, so you can see what it looks like with the pearls. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do the title, which I feel is going to give me agita because because it's so sticky. In fact, I'm probably going to stand up. You can't see me, but I'm going to stand up over the layout so that I can make sure that this is straight. And I'm going to work from the bottom up. So I'm going to do bloom. Now the cool thing, what I didn't mention about the SVGs, but if you are a regular user of SVGs, you already know that you can use them not only for paper crafts like scrapbooking and cards, but you can also use them for like vinyl projects, t-shirts. You know, Cricut just came out with their new mug maker, so you could like put this on a mug, you could put the saying on a mug, you could put the flowers on a mug. And the cool thing is like you could resize them to whatever size you need, right? So that's why I like working with SVGs, because they are so versatile, and because they're vector graphics, and that's what SVG stands for, scalable vector graphic, meaning that you can make them as small or as large as you need to. Okay, so that's my bloom. Oops, sorry, making a lot of noise. It's not a cat, it's me. I'm getting out some baby wipes because my fingertips are really sticky from the Xyron adhesive. So I'm just cleaning up my fingers momentarily. Yeah, so that's the beauty of those type of graphics, because you can use them however you want to in whatever size you need them to be. And I'm using tweezers on these. Oh, look at that. I put my L on backward. Wouldn't you know it? Put the L on backward on the Xyron. Like I said, I am not the perfect scrapbooker. I make mistakes all the time. And I just did what I said what I didn't want to do, which was, I'm not gonna use an ink pen to glue letters on. And I just did it because, you know, I contradict myself frequently. All right, well, okay. Eesh. I did it with the other one too. Oh my goodness. What was I thinking? I put the U on backward too. That's the other thing about the Xyron, is you got to be really careful of how you're putting your letters on. And I'm about to have a major mistake with this U. This U is giving me all kinds of grief right now. Oh my goodness. He's backward. Nope. Something tells me I should not push this because I'll make a mistake and mess it up. There we go. Please cooperate, Mr. U. Okay. I promise you that the original SVGs do not look like that. All right. And then my F. Ah. All right. If you're going to do a YouTube live, it is inevitable that something will crash and burn, because just does it. All right, that's good enough. All right, let's do, we have the N next, IN. And I think I was saying that I like to use the tweezers to move to place my letters and to move them around. It just makes it easy. There you go. All right, that's that. So now I'm gonna get the rest of the letters and then we're gonna adhere that down. So here's the other part of the Xyron. And I'm working backwards because I wanted to work from the bottom up so that I made sure that I had enough room. Because, you know, sometimes you're like doing your letters and you're like, oops, I ran out of space. And so one of the tricks I like to do is work backward. Like if I had letters going across like that, I would probably start working from this side over. But, you know, in our case, because I wanted to make sure I had room up the top, I work from the bottom up. It's just an eyeball game, really. There's no real science to it. I'm going to lightly place these down because I want to make sure that my live is going to fit. And I recommend, this is unfortunately permanent Xyron because they did not have the repositionable available, so I had to go with the permanent. I generally like the I'm actually pulling off the letters off camera. That's what you're hearing. I generally like repositionable for obvious reasons. It's not as gummy as the permanent. So yeah, that probably works. So I'm going to go ahead and put them here. You know, it depends on, because I make mistakes a lot, so I try to do things with repositionable just so that I don't make myself go crazy. Like I did with the U. And I'll probably move these guys over just a tad. You know, and because I was playing with permanent here, I just lightly adhered the letters. But even with the light, you can see they want to be stubborn and not play. Okay, so there you have that. And we're almost there. So the only thing I need to do now is put my photos down. Just go ahead and do that. And like I said, I wanted it down here a little. Now, you know, I probably should put a mat on this one just to make it stand up a little bit more, but not going to do that. But you could. I didn't do it in the sketch. You know, it all depends on what your photos look like anyway, so of whether, you know, you would add an additional mat. I think the sketch is flexible enough that you can pretty much do whatever you want. It's like it's got a little bit of glare. There we go. You can see it without the glare. And then the final flower. There. And again, you could, we could ink. Why don't we just go ahead and do that? I didn't actually. I'm leaning back. I'll show you. I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm leaning back here to get my. This is where my ink tray is. So I'm gonna use this purple ink here for the flower. And I don't have a purple dauber already, so I'm going to go and get a new one. Just do that. Oh, I already glued him down, but we're going to fake it. Don't try this at home. Here we go. I'm not even doing the edges. I'm just doing the inside of the flower. Normally, I would have done it the way I did the other flowers, but because I had already glued it down because I forgot to do it, I'm just going to skip that. Or we're not going to do what I would normally do. And then for here, I could do the same thing. I could add a pearl center to the middle, or just leave it plain. I'll probably add a pearl center just because I did it with the other flowers, and just do it for balance. And there you have it. So let's move everything out of the way. Clear up. So this was our original sketch. 4x6 photo and 2 3x3s with our journaling card and our SVG title, flowers and leaves down here. And this is what we have. This is the final layout. I'll just let you see some close up of some of the areas on the layout. We've got the flowers there. We've got the 2 3x3 down here. We've got my journaling card and my ink smudge, which I'll clear up. And then I'm trying to see if you can get, this one is hard to see over here, the layer of leaves and die cut flowers on that page. And this is the full view here. And that was pretty easy. You could probably, as I said, the sketch is flexible enough that, probably a telemarketer. There's a whole lot of there's a whole lot of activity going on here today. Cats, phone calls, all kinds of things. I'm gonna ignore it. Yeah, bye El Terum. I don't even know what she's saying. Yeah. Bye bye. So what I was saying is, you can be as flexible as you want with this particular layout because, you could omit the flowers, you could omit the title, you can move the title around, you can move the flowers around, you can pretty much do whatever you want with it, and that's the beauty of sketches. So if you're interested in playing around with this sketch on your own, you can go to cropcandy.net/subscribe. As I mentioned, when you do sign up, you will be signing up for my email list, but I promise you, you will only hear from me once a month, if that, because like I said, I myself don't like getting a lot of emails, and I try not to spam and blow up other people's email boxes either, unless I have something really important to say. So try it out. Let me know what you think. And if it's something that, you think is pretty cool, I might go ahead and actually, because I have a lot of ideas for different kits that I could make. And the beauty of this is that you can use whatever paper you want, right? So whatever's in your stash, or if there's a paper that you've seen, paper set that you've seen that you like, that you want to try, it's pretty flexible. I've played around with it with other papers, and it, you get a different look, but I mean, it's cool. So yeah, go ahead. If you're interested, go ahead and download it. It's for free. And let me know what you think. And let's have one more look before we go. That's the layout. Happy spring, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. Hopefully you have some nice warm weather. We had wonderful weather here where I live for the last couple of days, and it's just making me really excited to be outside and just enjoying things again. Hopefully, if you guys like this, and I'll make some more of these kinds of kits. Stay tuned for next YouTube Live where I will actually take a sketch and it's sort of like a one sketch two different ways, and we'll play around with modifying a sketch so that you can get different looks from the same sketch. All right, have a great weekend, everybody, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Take care.